So we first came out here, we lived on base. We were on base lodging for the first 2 weeks so we could find a house, get checked in and all of that. We went through a couple of sites on the website looking for houses to rent. We looked at a few that we found on some rental company websites, called around, scheduled maybe about 5 or 6 and went through walkthroughs. We didn't really see anything that we liked, but it wasn't too hard to set up appointments with these realtors. They were very quick to answer back, and the process was very smooth. And then one day I was just on my Facebook looking at Marketplace, and this rental property, there's a ton on there. Rental property popped up, and then I contacted him, and he was very, very thorough. Let us come through, let us move in as quickly as possibly as he could. It was a very smooth process. It wasn't painful at all.
It was a bit of a challenge, but we ended up finding exactly what we were looking for. We went online, did a lot of research, and went through quite a few houses before we found exactly what we wanted. We had some pretty specific requirements, and so that made it a little bit more challenging for us, wanting to be out in the country, having lots of yard. But you can find it, and Chugiak is one of those kind of areas. You don't have the houses so tightly packed together. You have a little bit more space, and I'm from the country, so that works out for us. And the town of Chugiak has been really great. We still have some military out here, but you just have a lot more space, and that's kind of what we were looking for. And it's been a nice community.
Actually, the Spouses Club here has a sub-club called the Lunch Bunch, and it is one of the best sub-clubs to join if you like to eat. Their goal is to once a month get together and have a meeting, and we get together and we try different restaurants in and around the area. I led that one a couple times, so good. There's all types of food here. There's a place called Pangea, which serves food from all over the world. There's an Ethiopian restaurant called the Queen of Sheba, so amazing. And then we have O'Sullivan's Steakhouse. You have some chain restaurants, but the majority of them are not chain, so mom and pop places, and it's any type of food, really. We've got a lot of options in Anchorage.
A lot of great restaurants in Anchorage, a really good variety. So one of our favorite places, there's a lot of good breweries, but they also have great food. So 49 State's really good. Glacier Brew House is really good. And if you want to try smaller places, there's a Marco T's. It's a pizza place that's really good. There's a lot of good variety downtown. Just got to check it out and see what you like.
It just depends on the person's preference, but for here we found Moose's Tooth is amazing pizza, but we also find our hole in the walls like Muldoon Pizza, 49th State, that's definitely Alaskan.
So I have 2 children. They're both in elementary school, and they go to Chugiak Elementary. There's a Spanish immersion program there, and so they actually get to learn Spanish, and they have Spanish-speaking teachers for half the day. So it's been fantastic. It's a program that I was very fortunate to get them into, and I think it's definitely benefited them greatly. And the school's great, the teachers are great.
4 children. I have twins that are going into the 8th grade. I have a 6th grader and a 2nd grader. And so even though we lived on post, we chose to take advantage of the lottery system offered by the Anchorage School District. So I'm not sure of the timing in the year, but in essence, you are able to rank schools that you want to go in and get put on a wait list. And that's what we did. We ended up getting all the kids into a school called Northern Lights ABC, and so the benefit was that we had all of our kids in one school because it was a K-8 program. It was a great school, small community, we fit in great, knew everybody, loved it. The one drawback is you have to drive your children there, so that is the commitment that is part of it. But overall, we're glad we did it, and it was a great 3 years of school in one school, all kids. So
I have 3 children. They just finished 6th grade and 7th grade and 11th grade. And my 2 younger children, we chose to put them into a private school here because of some specific issues to them. and it's worked out really well. And the school we picked, Anchorage Christian Schools, actually even had a bus that would come pick our children up for an additional fee. So the first year we took advantage of that and they rode the bus, while the second year I worked at a carpool with a neighbor, and that also worked out really well. And the children they enjoyed their experience there. And then our oldest child, she was a junior in high school this past year, and for her sophomore year, the first year we lived here, she went to Eagle River High School, which was a really wonderful school, a really wonderful high school with great sports programs, very responsive staff, and a lot of higher level classes that she could take. And then for this past year, she was accepted into a program called the Middle College Program, which is a program in Alaska where they dual enroll your child in high school and in college.